Hey, what's up? It's Moon, and I'm here to have another chat. Today, I'm going to be talking about the self-indulgence issue that we have in America and in the world overall, as being alive in this consumer go get it, go get it, go get it society that we live in. So, the pressing issue that I really see is us being addicted to being comfortable, us being addicted to things that make us feel good, us being addicted to just not having to have friction. We want to feel good through life, and so we find the things that do. And so that comes with, ease. Anything that brings ease. For instance, going down the street, you may not feel like making food for yourself, or if you don't know how to cook, learning how to cook. And so you decide to do what is easier for you. You self-indulge in what it is to, I don't know where the sentence was going, but put it to the side. But basically, it's like going to McDonald's, going to Wendy's, going to all these places and having these people make your food every day instead of learning how to do it yourself. The self-indulgence of being in a easy area has dulled the mind and dulled the receptors and dulled life itself from like actually experiencing something that could be a lot more grand. And I say this after learning with my body the different facets of like restraint and establishing a sense of order and establishing a sense of like foundation for myself. It has always been in the idea of creating a sense of structure, and with creating the idea of structure, you have to get rid of things. You can't always like sit on your phone. You can't always be playing video games. You can't always just be not working towards the thing that you want. You have to create it. And so in the society that we have, everything is at our fingertips for us to self-indulge. If you want to feel good, instead of doing the actual work to figure out why it is that you don't feel good, do drugs. You eat food. You go on social media. You drink alcohol, which is technically a drug in itself. You do all these things, and it keeps you in this loop, in this cycle of feeling good and self-indulgent. And that is like being, I don't know if whoever is watching this has ever watched Cyberpunk, but if you haven't, I'll give you this idea. I forget what the specific terminology is, but it's the process of when they upgrade their bodies with too much metal and too much electronic additives, basically, and it makes their brain like spark out, like they go into an area in space within themselves that no longer is human and no longer feels like natural and has that ebb and flow. It's like pushed to the brink, and it makes them wig out, and they start like offing people, taking people out. And so I saw this in the show, and I'm like, wow, that really makes me feel like social media does sometimes. When I was younger, I would go and I would doom scroll. I would doom scroll into the point of like oblivion, and like I'd be up at like 4 or 5 a.m. and now my head hurts. Now I feel weird. I feel this level of detachment. Now I don't feel so fluent in my system. My system is crashing. It doesn't make me feel alive. And so the system of like self-indulgence, it keeps you going and keeps you growing, and it rides you out till you have nothing left. And it's like driving in a car that doesn't have gas anymore. It's like if you keep doing that, you're gonna have wear and tear on your vehicle. And so if you're gonna have wear and tear on your vehicle, imagine what self-indulgence is doing on your consciousness, your soul, your body. And this also follows through with things like our generation has a weed addiction. You're gonna be addicted to anything. For those of you who are like, it's not addiction, it's a natural plant, blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, it's a natural plant, so is tobacco. Anyways, like people can get addicted to drinking water, but you can get I forgot what it's called specifically, but you can drink too much water and you could actually die. It's like drowning, you know, you go in the water, you're gonna drown. So it's like, at some point in time, you have to find a specific balance. And not only do you have to find a balance, sometimes you just have to get rid of things, because you have to really ask yourself, why is it that I am in this cycle to begin with? Once you figure out the why, you may not want to keep doing it in the first place, because then you realize, I'm actually not trying to do this. I'm trying to escape from something, or actually literally just that. It's usually just escape. Like, you're just trying to feel something different than the feeling that you are probably feeling more. And you don't realize that in the midst of you doing that self-indulgent process, you are actually making it worse for yourself, because not facing the demon gives it more reign over your soul in the first place, which makes it harder and harder and harder to get away from the more that you self-indulge. And so, in this what the fuck, I don't know what the hell I was saying, but in the society of self-indulgence, the idea of consumerism is bent on creating something that makes you come back to it. Because if they can't make money off of you, what's the point? You know, their systems are going to crash. Like, whoever it is that you're self-indulgence, or you follow the path and follow the line back to wherever it came from, whatever it is, it can't support if no one is there, you know? And that's not to say that you have to get rid of everything. You don't have to take the Buddhist monk archetype of life and like float out and stuff and just not enjoy the little intricacies of life. But it's just about finding a balance. Like, if you're watching porn every day, yeah, you're ejaculating, you're letting all that stuff, all your energy flow out. You're not gonna have anything for yourself. You're gonna feel depleted. You're gonna feel motionless. You're gonna feel like something right here and in your spine and in your chest and your heart and down here specifically. You're gonna feel it, and it's gonna like take reins on your life. It's gonna take reins on your emotional health. It's gonna take reins on your relationships with women or men or whatever it is, or whoever, you know. And you're going to notice that. You're going to notice it. And if you haven't noticed it, this is your wake-up call to really pay attention to what it is that you self-indulge in. It's likely doing more damage than good. You may feel good in the present moment of it happening and being in your life, but down the line you start to recognize that, like, wow, I should have avoided that, you know, and taken some time to figure out some other things that I could have indulged in. There are some indulging things that could create greatness in your life, and you just would never know. But yeah, that pretty much wraps us up with this video. Thank you for watching, and this will also be on my YouTube. I'm still coming up with a name. I'm thinking about just Moon Talks. I really don't know. But when I do, I'm gonna post this on YouTube too. And when I do, my next video, I'll mention it on there. Probably not, because I'm about to make the next video in like a few minutes. Anyways, peace out. See you later.